The offense lining up for a first down play. He'll start this drive firing. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. He's loose down the middle. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, UTEP.
Well, as a defense, you know you're going to see the go-round, especially against this guy. He does it to defenses, it seems, every single week. And so if they're not able to get back deep enough to get run by, he makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone. They're going to have to change up their coverage and get some safety help up over the top because this guy's speed is a problem.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Great starting point. Grabs it inside his 25, and here he comes. The Hurricane offense will get its first crack at it now. Typically, the last thing a defense wants is to have a backer on a wide receiver, but we may see some of that today, guys.
Typically, you don't see linebackers that can run like this guy, and that's why they feel okay letting him cover this dynamic wide receiver one-on-one.
Yeah, and feel okay, it's not going to be a good thing. You better get your hands on him early. Put your physicality, let that win. It ain't going to be your speed.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. To throw, it's Ward. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. The Hurricanes line up to punt it away. Having to kick it away after a 3-and-out's not what they had in mind. He gets it away from his own end zone. He'll field it close to the 50. And the returner goes down. UTEP has the ball and the Miner offense ready to go to work. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. Got it! Takes it to the house! Touchdown, Miners!
And this offense right now, they're doing some damage through the air. That's now their 2nd passing touchdown. They thought coming into this game they were going to have some matchups on the perimeter of the field that they could take advantage of, and they've done that so far here today.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Coming after it.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. UTEP has the ball, the offense ready to go back to work. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Got his man downfield. Defense knocks him down immediately after the catch, but now they're facing a goal-to-go situation from the 7.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, UTEP 14, Miami.
They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Back to throw, it's Glagway. Makes the grab, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, UTEP!
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field. And you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Dave.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
Some coaches like to say end every drive with a kick, but ending your first 3 with a punt is not what they have in mind. Caught over the middle. It's Green. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. And the Hurricanes will snap it on 1st and 10. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's Ward. Floats it out in space. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. This is a 3rd and long. The give to the tailback. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Canes decide to punt it away. On his way back from the 20. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. UTEP has the ball, and the Miner offense ready to go to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect them.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room, because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
Yeah, and I like the shot, the aggressive play down the field. We like throwing those jump balls up to my receiver, because usually receiver makes the play and makes the defender look bad. Nice job by the defender.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end. Excellent field position here for the offense. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Finds his man down the middle. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too. Just enough time to get off one more snap. He's got the tight end. And a nice grab with a defender right on him, and he's down at the 20. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. And they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll line it up from the right side, a 37-yarder coming up. And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive.
I know they're trailing going into the locker room here at halftime, but kicking that field goal gives them a little bit of a jolt, a little bit of a boost of momentum that they can carry with them into the second half. And there's a lot of football left to go here. I can't wait to see what happens.
And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Miners will kick it off to start the second half. And it's caught from inside the 20, and here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Scanning the field, it's Ward. Finds his big tight end. Got room at the 35. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. They're bringing heat. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
Had it right in his hands in the middle of the field, and it trickled to the ground. It'll be 4th down. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. UTEP has the ball, the offense, ready to go back to work. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah,
hit the afterburners, kid. The 20. Touchdown, UTEP. And the route is on.
This offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march down the field and score. There's no end in sight for these guys.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. A strike downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. They're going to run it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Loss of 1 total play. That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, UTEP.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work.
3.
Dropping back, it's Ward. He finds his man. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. They'll try to get the first through the air. Snagged in the middle, it's Green. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. And the Canes are on the move. Looking to move it through the air. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. And now on second down for this offense. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Gets it out quickly. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. Looking to throw it again. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Got it in the middle, it's Williams. And the completion gives them a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. And the Canes are threatening on 1st and goal. From the gun. Pressure coming. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And the defense gets loose, bringing the Heat, and down he goes again. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining. It's still 3rd and goal. Looking for a man, it's Ward. Getting some heat. And the pressure gets to him again, another sack. Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left. Down big. Might as well. They'll go for it on 4th and goal. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Finds a man by himself. Gave him a chance to run it into the end zone, and the defense would have none of it. They stop him short. He's looking to throw it. Going over the top. Snags it on the right. Can anyone catch him? And that's how you finish it off. Scoring on the final play of the game doesn't affect the outcome. Just a little cherry on top of the sundae.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
I know a lot of people thought this was going to be a blowout, but this team said, just when you think you have all the answers, I change the questions.
It's so true, Reese. I mean, they had a lot of dudes that we were talking to leading up to this game just had a chip on their shoulder. They just didn't feel like they were being respected, and they wanted to come out and they wanted to prove a point. And David, they did exactly just that.
And it's so much easier to be the underdog. It's so much easier to coach that team and you go, hey, they're ranked. Everybody's talking about them. You don't have a chance. It just builds all that momentum.